This is the new DJI RSC2. It's the smaller brother of the bigger Ronin S2, but I have to say I'm more excited about this one than of its bigger brother. No more talking, let's go inside. Hello guys and welcome again to a new We Talk UAV video. This is Alex with Chivo on the camera, and today we're really excited because of this new Ronin SC2 or DJI RSC2. It's getting a little bit complicated, DJI, with those names, so you should be thinking a little bit about this. This is exciting because it is smaller, it does work with a lot of weight, and it has different positions. It has a new algorithm to work better and improved and enhanced, and everything is much better. So I really can't wait to be testing this for you guys. DJI claims that this Ronin SC2 has double motor torques and enhanced algorithms and all that. And I mean, it's pretty nice, but unless we test it and we do see what this thing is capable of doing, we don't believe it, of course. I have to say, the test that will tell us if this is good or not is the following. On the previous version, the SC1, the Ronin SC, our Sony, the one filming right now with the lens, which is filming an 18 to 105 millimeters lens by Sony, the SC1 wasn't capable of shooting with that camera, the Sony a6500, and that lens. It was just too much payload. Now, I want to test that camera on this Ronin SC2, and if that works, I'm done. I mean, then I tell you, buy this thing. Sony a6500, 18 to 105 Sony lens. It means a big lens. Now let's see if it can handle it. Oh, even myself could do it. I usually am super bad doing this, but it was super easy. Okay, now one of the most exciting moments since I am in We Talk UAV. If this works, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chivo. Oh Jesus. It works. It takes this payload. I mean, bro, it works. Review is over. Just buy this thing, and it was nice to meet you. See ya. Okay, now I know you're here for the cinematic, so let's just test it, see if it works, see if it's stable, and let's see some cool stuff with Chivo also using his longboard. One of the greatest things on this Ronin SC2 and also on the bigger brother, the RS2, are the double plates. This system, we'll talk about it in a second. Right now I want to show you a little bit more about the frame, about all the folding positions and all that, because they're really nice. Some of them you won't ever use, but let's see them. And by the way, we're doing a comparison right now. As you're watching this video, we're filming the comparison of this one with the bigger brother RS2. So if you have doubts whether you should buy this one or the other one, just stay tuned, because in the next days our comparison video will come. Okay, those are not 6 positions, actually they are 2, but they're very, very interesting because you can either open or close this part of the Ronin SC2, which is super solid and strong, so we don't have the feeling that this can break or anything. And this allows us to use this Ronin in different ways, like tilting, panning and rolling everything pretty much to very interesting and different positions and scenarios. The good thing is, for example, you can follow some footsteps just by opening this and putting this position. You can also put the camera in vertical mode, which is interesting for people that want to do stuff on social media. So in the end, this design is really clever. It doesn't make you take off the tripod and put it somewhere else and attach knobs and stuff to, you know, it's really on the go, very fast and super solid. There's one thing that I don't really like about this RSC2, and I have to be honest on this, and I'm just sorry if somebody gets bothered by this, but you need to register the Ronin when you buy it. This means that you will lose some time when you open the box and take it out, because you'll have to download the app. Okay, this is basic. But then you'll have to register. If you're not registered on DJI, like with your account and password, you'll have to register a DJI account. But if you log in into your DJI account, okay, there will be probably a firmware update. You'll have to update this. It will take about 5 to 10 minutes. And then later on, you'll have to activate the location services on your smartphone. Why? Well, but you need to do it. You have to do it, which is not really something that we like a lot. But what I'm saying, eventually you will take about 15 minutes in order to play finally with your Ronin just from taking it out from the box. This is DJI's RavenEye. This is a wireless video transmitter, and you can actually attach this at the bottom of the plate of the new Ronin RSC2 and also of the bigger brother, the RS2. And this will basically transmit with a cable from the Ronin to this transmitter the image that your camera is filming, and then you'll be able to transmit this to wherever you want just via Wi-Fi. This is something very awesome. We have explained this more in detail in our review from the RS2, the big brother. So you may want to check this out after this video, please. So watch this video till the end, so that if you want to know a little bit more about this module works. This is the focus motor and everything you need in order to attach this to the Ronin. There's the possibility for you to use this. However, what we do believe is the Ronin SC2, the RSC2, is small enough, it is lightweight. You don't really want to attach more things in order to increase the weight to this. You know, you want this to be faster, lighter than the big brother. So just for you to know that this is also available, you may purchase it and you may use it. Let's talk a little bit now about the structure and the design and the foldability and everything. I have to say that it is super easy to calibrate. They have made it super easy with a 3-axis lock that you can actually chivo by using these little buttons, the knobs. You can lock pretty much everything, all 3 axes, so it is super easy to stabilize the camera. You have different knobs, like the double plate that we'll talk now in a sec. You have knobs right here to go forward and backwards in order to have a very smooth calibration, so it's pretty easy. And of course, for the big part, you can just use this knob to unlock, and as I've showed you before, you can just unlock this, making it really super easy on the go to be folded, to be adjusted, and pretty much to do anything you want. the problems that the older versions of this Ronins had was that in order for you to change the battery of the camera or the SD card, you had to take the whole thing off the gimbal and then change the batteries, and then you had to readjust everything, calibrate everything. You lost a lot of time. But with this new double plate system, it is as easy as doing like this. You have a double plate, you'll be able to change the SD card, to change whatever you want to do, reattach it. This is actually locked, as you can see, this is locked. So I will attach this again, close it, and I'm ready to go, and it is still calibrated, which is super awesome. And not to forget, there's 2 NATO ports on both sides of the Ronin, which are really awesome if you want to attach, I don't know, a screen or a light or a microphone or whatever you need. Just let you know that you have on both sides. Let's briefly talk about the buttons, the functions and everything. This is super simple. There is one joystick in order to move a little bit the gimbal around. A M button, where you will be able to change into 3 different modes that you can adjust on the app. If you maintain it pressed, you enter the sport mode. A rec and start stop button. And one really nice thing is this little wheel right here. If you do press this wheel, you enter in a kind of menu that is this 1-inch LED screen, and here, if you use this little wheel, you can go through the different settings and, you know, adjust them. For example, the follow, you enter, you can change the speed into medium, slow, whatever, you can adjust it, and just by pressing you select something, and here you have this arrow in order to go back into the previous menu. And of course, let's not forget, for me the best thing on this Ronin is the auto tune. If you select auto tune and you start, it will calibrate automatically your camera. The calibration process takes about, I don't know, 15-20 seconds, and it will just leave your camera perfectly calibrated if you didn't do it yourself. The battery lasts up to 14 hours, which is pretty decent. And I have to say, when we opened this, it had 28% battery, and we charged it, and in about 1 hour it was up to 100%. So I can assume that about 1 hour and 30 minutes you'll have a fully charged battery. As I told you in the beginning, we were super excited about this product because it is small, it is handy, it is powerful, it is solid, it is robust, it does what it has to do, it takes more weight than before. Overall, this product, for this price, it's definitely something you have to go. I still recommend that you check if this little brother of the Ronin brothers is capable of taking your camera with your lens or your setup or your microphones or whatever you're taking. So make sure before buying it that it is capable to take that weight. And overall, calibrating is super easy. You have seen the cinematic footage. It is stable, it is good. You can run, you can walk, you can do pretty much anything. The little screen here in the front with the wheel and the buttons works flawlessly. You can adjust parameters without having to use the app, which is always nice. And overall, the double plate system, of course, we're super happy about that too. Overall, I have to say, I'm in love with this thing. I wasn't in love with the RS2, I am in love with the RSC2. Nothing really else. The comparison is coming, so stay tuned. Sub if you're not yet. Leave the thumb if you thought that this review was helpful. Leave the thumb also for Chivo for his great editing techniques. And that's pretty much it. I hope that you liked this video. No more talking, always remember to keep calm and talk UAV. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Son knobs todo? Sí, ¿no? No, estoy yéndome, tío. Me voy aquí si vas a girar así. But now we do have this double plate system, which is super easy. No puedo. 14 hours using it. Lo estaba viendo y digo, voy a reír, pero bueno. A6500 lens, 18 to... Joder, pavo, 18